What is up? I hope you're doing well. This is my creativity project hat. I wasn't going to make a video today. I said this is a good day to end the streak. It's going to end at some point. It needs to end today. The morning was just too powerful not to talk about. It was too amazing not to talk about. It was too memorable to not document. Great morning of reading. We really are trying to get into our structure, and it really felt good. Workshop was like, oh, yes! I was like pumped, like I needed some fit to be fist bumping other teachers or something. I was so excited. And then we got into writing. In writing, we are starting with a personal narrative unit. I know. They do it every year. But man, we are really trying to take things to the next level. These fifth graders, and I talked a lot about how, we're not just going to write about, we went to a friend's house, we spent the night, we did this, the end. Like, I really want to talk about important moments in our lives and what really matters. And like, I gave some examples and I modeled it. I did a quick sketch, then wrote. And then they started doing the same. And they were just thinking of these really emotional times in their lives. And like my morning class is so emotional. I bet 9 of them were crying. I bet 5 of them were bawling. I bet 3 of them wrote the best thing they've ever written in their life. And it was a really powerful morning. And I was really proud. And then we had a few minutes left. We were so on target. We actually had a few minutes left. So I decided to read them my piece from the Creativity Project. And it was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done in my entire life, because I'd not read this aloud to humans before. And they loved it. And maybe it was just because it was me, their teacher, but they loved it and they laughed and they made, like, they, at the right point, I don't even know what to say. Like, it was surreal. I read in writing that I've done in front of my students my entire career. Just about every day I'm reading writing that I do in front of them. But to read something from this book that I worked so hard on, the hardest thing I've ever worked on writing, and it went over really well. I'm not saying it's great or it's fantastic, but it was perfect today. And reading it to them was amazing. And it was such an emotional morning, and it was such a crazy morning that I'm going to go, it's lunch, I'm going for a run. I need to get out of the building. I need to go and exercise. I need to sweat, and I need to just like take some deep breaths before I do it again. Teaching is such an amazing job. All right, time to go for a run. Hi everyone, 3.3 mile lunch run. Felt good. I was so pumped up and jacked up from the morning. It felt like a football game. No, I'm not coaching middle school football this year. Things are just a little too crazy. But that can get kind of intense and exciting and just pumped up. You want to fist bump and high five and hug, and it's kind of how the morning felt. And I felt like I needed to execute on that high, go for a run. Hopefully that brings me down a little bit. Start the afternoon off strong, have another great half of a day. Feels good. Good 13th day of school. Really good day. Kids are writing a lot. Got a long way to go stamina-wise. A lot of them, their hands are hurting and they're just having a little harder time with that than transitioning back as readers. But we'll get there, build up a little bit more each day until we get where we need to be. Today we read for our classroom book a day, The Antlered Ship. Check out this. Check this case out. Isn't that beautiful? And these end papers, seriously. Interesting. I read this book last night at home. I was like, okay, that's a pretty good book. And I'm like, oh, but it just feels nice. Like, you just feel. I wish you could feel. Can you feel? Just feel the screen. The book feels so nice. It's just got this amazing texture to the cover. The paper is so nice. Like, this book is legit. I liked it. It was good. And then I was like, no, I guess I'll read it to my kids because it's just so beautiful. And reading it aloud to them was like a totally different experience than reading it myself. I loved this book so much more reading it to my students, and I had a whole new appreciation for this book. Love this book. Great conversation around it. Amazing title, The Antlered Ship. You should read it, and if nothing else, just feel it. It's just pretty.